Oh my gosh. I wouldn't call that a dunk.
Well, hey, you impressed Devin. Devin said 51 years old. He got up there. He was impressed. Landry was impressed. How are you?
It's humbling. It's I just enjoy being on the court playing and goofing around, and I don't know. I don't think much about it. That might be it though. I just wanted my boys to see me dunk post 50, and now I'm just like, it's a wrap. Like, put the bow on it. I'm just, it's too humbling, What's fun? I like getting out there and messing with the guys. It's good to, even when I'm out there looking bad, I always talk to them about the vulnerability of, age or your skills and body diminishing from an athletic standpoint, but it's all right. It's part of it. Been in this league almost 30 years, so I'm not going to jump like I used to forever. So I just enjoy being on the court.
Just put on a more serious note, Dallas, how you feel about it?
Yeah. I mean, outside of the emotion of what happened, which is, it's there, from a human perspective, we just respect them as a team. I mean, we had a tough series against them, and, first game to start the season, you're right back at it again. It's almost like it happened yesterday in a way. At the same time, we're focused on this game and growing as a team and also respecting who they are. They're a little bit different without Brunson. They have, added Christian Wood that gives them a different dynamic, and Hardaway's healthy. And so, we talked about them. I'm sure they've talked about us for a few more days just because it's the first game. And we're just ready to play.
You've had guys in and out of the bench all preseason.
Yeah.
How do you kind of evaluate where that group is at, knowing that you haven't been able to maybe build as much chemistry there as
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the reasons why we played so much. We played more in this camp than any camp I've ever led, just to get that continuity and to get the juices flowing competitively, so to speak. It was one of the reasons why I backed off yesterday, because we were getting after it so much. So I've been able to evaluate some things in practice, combinations, and some of those guys have played together before. D. Lee is a new addition, but he can play with anybody. Just watching him, he can play with, you can put him on any team in the NBA and he'll be able to function. So I think, when you have an 82-game season, you're not too concerned with having everything perfect on game one, but we feel like we're in a good spot.
When last year, obviously, how did you get in with certain?
JaVale was tremendous for us. The length, the athleticism. He's just one of those guys that he makes wild plays. You have to account for him. We've talked about him a lot the last couple of days. So, and our guys know him. So how he fits in with Dallas, I mean, I don't care. I won't even go there. I just respect the way he worked. I didn't know he was that kind of pro. He was a worker. There'd be days where I was leaving the office relatively late, and there'd be one car there, and it was JaVale. He was upstairs getting a massage or some type of body work, and I didn't know that he was that diligent of a player. But you have to be to hang around as long as he has and still be effective athletically and from an IQ perspective.
There are some guys in Kansas where they would get bumped to being a full-time starter and be a huge step up for him. He's seen so much by now and it's started a lot already.
Yeah.
How much does that help your comfort level? Coach, just know the experience he has as a younger player still at the stage of his career?
Yeah, I mean, I think because he has started for us before, but also the people around him, that helps. And because we stagger our lineups, I don't see it as, a huge adjustment for him. Starting games every night, that's going to be something that is different, but I think he welcomes that. I think he's wanted this for a long time. And, I'm sure there's going to be an adjustment, but it's not like Cam Johnson's not scouted by other teams. I mean, he's one of the best shooters in the league. I think we're going to see more of his game, with an expanded role.
Well, you talk about you staggered the lineups a lot, but with Cam going to the first unit, where do you think the scoring comes from the bench? Who are you looking to kind of step up and provide some offense?
I mean, there's Cam Payne is a guy that's who he is. He's a scorer. And the reason why we stagger the lineup so you can have starters playing with that group. I don't think it's going to be the same guy every night though. We're not built that way. Our production on the bench is by committee, but Cam is a guy that can get it going. We'll see how it works with Jock and the other guys who are playing in that rotation, but it's the reason why you stagger the lineup so you can have scoring in that group so that bench group doesn't have to live by itself. I don't think that's a productive way for us to go about it.
Monty, DeAndre is obviously a talented young guy with a lot of ambition. Where do you see the room for potential for him to grow as a scorer within the structure of the team?
As a scorer, I mean, he's been pretty productive as it is. He probably would have better numbers or more inflated numbers if he didn't play with guys who could score as much as Chris and Book and McHale do. So I don't think he has to do that. I think there'll be nights where he'll have, big numbers from a point production, and there's going to be nights where he's right at his average. But I think that's a byproduct of who's around him, not so much what he's not doing. I've actually told him he needs to be a bit more aggressive, especially around the basket. He tends to pass out a lot because he's looking for his teammates, but I don't think he has to force that issue as far as taking certain shots or expanding his game just so he can have more points. I think a lot of it is just based on who he's playing with.
I was wondering about Benny Cooper last year, Jay on him a lot, but also, he's not here. Where you're looking to kind of step up in that role besides Michelle and Devin.
Yeah, I mean, I think any great player, you're doing it by committee for the most part. You're doing it with your team schemes. You're not going to stop a guy with one guy in particular. Nobody can stop one guy with one player in this league. I think most teams do it by committee or help side defense, trying to nullify some of their sweet spot opportunities and making sure you only give them one. But again, he's a great player, and he had a really, really good series against us. So we respect him a lot. We respect their team for sure. It's certainly a challenge for us.
What is it about Luka that makes him so great that you want to do?
He's got great size. He has a great feel. His vision and timing, he's one of those guys that can do it all. He mesmerizes people in the paint. He picks up a lot of assists because you're just staring at him, and then he kicks it out for a three. That keeps you off balance, and that speaks to his feel. But his size and strength is something that I think you don't see that with a guy who handles the ball or has such a high usage. Most guys who have high usage are probably not 6'7", 2, whatever he is, 230, 235. That's a lot of compact size that can handle the ball and get to his spots. So he's just a really good player.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep. Thank you.